Hey guys, and welcome to part one of this two-part series that I am doing on my channel. It is a Get Ready With Me series where there will be two videos, one that will be uploaded Saturday and the second one will be uploaded on Wednesday. For the first video, I'm going to be showing you how I do my makeup on a daily basis, as well as throw in a new eyeshadow palette that I just picked up. This is the You Had Me at Hello by Colorpop, and I'm super excited to show you this palette as well as show you the eye look that I'm wearing right now. And then for the second video, I'm going to be showing you how I use a bubble wand to curl my hair. If you are interested to see how I got this look as well as the hairstyle, then stick around. Hello and welcome to part one of this video. I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine, but also testing out a new eyeshadow palette that I recently just purchased. So let's get into this. I've never done a makeup video before, so I'm a little nervous. But we're just gonna jump right into it. So I have my skincare on already. I don't wash my face in the morning. I always wash my face at night, and so I let my moisturizer sink into my skin. So I always start with my eyes first when it comes to doing my makeup. To get started, I'm going to prime my eyes using a concealer. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I believe this is $7 at Ulta. I really like this brand. I think you can only get it at Ulta or on their website, I believe. I could be wrong. So I just put a good amount on, and then I take a damp sponge. This is the Real Techniques sponge, and I just blend it out with this. To set my concealer on my eyes, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me powder in translucent, and I'm just taking a Real Techniques, I believe this is a contour brush, but I always use this to set my under eyes and my eyelids. Okay, so for the palette today, I picked up the You Had Me at Hello by Colorpop. I've never used a Colorpop eyeshadow palette before, or honestly really anything from Colorpop, so I'm pretty excited. I really like the shades in this. They've got a lot of good neutral shades, some fun shimmery shades. I'm loving this purple. I'm going to be doing a very natural, neutral eye look because I do want to have a fun, colorful, bold lip. So I'm going to be taking an eyeshadow brush, and I need to clean my eyeshadow brushes very, very badly. So I'm going to be taking this sandy cream brown color called Moonstruck. This is what I'm going to be putting in my crease. The thing I really like about this palette too, it's got a nice mirror. I like palettes with good mirrors. Okay, so it's showing pretty well. Okay, and so next I'm going to be going in with this darker brown called DTR. And I'm just taking that same eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to be putting this in my outer corner just to deepen the look up just a tiny bit. Okay, so that's what those two colors look like together. I really like this palette. I really like how pigmented it is, and they're very easy to work with, which I really like. We are going to be taking a shimmery shadow. I'm usually not the biggest fan of shimmery shadows, but for today we are going to take the lightest shimmery shadow. It's called Candy Graham, and I like to take mainly I like to take shimmery shadows and use my finger to apply them to my eyelid. I feel like it shows up a lot better with the shimmery shadows than when I apply it with a brush. after I do that, I am just going to take my crease brush again and just blend it out just a little more, just so that everything's blended. So after eyeshadow is when I apply my mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is by far my favorite mascara that I have ever used. I really, really like it. After I apply a few coats of mascara is when I move on to my face, and I'm actually going to be taking an alligator clip just to pin back some of my hair because my hair likes to get into my face. So for primer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime in the Blur and Defend. This has SPF 30 in it, which I really like. If you can't tell, I'm super pale, so I need all of the protection from the sun that I can get. So I just put it mainly in my T-zone, but then I just kind of put it everywhere else. I really like this. It feels really smooth. It honestly feels like a moisturizer to me. It smells really good. I really love the smell of it. Some primers just do not have a good smell to me, and this one I just really, really like. Next, for foundation, we are going to be going in with the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I'm in the shade 201 Classic Ivory, and I'm also going to be mixing in just a little bit of the e.l.f. BB cream in Fair. I just really like how they both work together on my skin. This is definitely a medium to full coverage foundation. I really like it. It's very light on my skin, which I really like. Some foundations are just really heavy. But I also like a full coverage foundation just because, if you can't tell, I got some problem areas on my skin that need a little extra help. So I just put some of the foundation on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the BB cream. And I'm just going to mix it together and just apply it all over my face. And then I mix it in. I buff it in with a Real Techniques buffing brush, and then I go over that with a sponge just to kind of make sure that my skin's smooth and there's no brush strokes. I'm a big fan of spot concealing, especially when I do have the acne and the texture on my face. I like to conceal it with a darker concealer. So I'm using the same concealer that I used for my eyelids, just in a darker shade. This is the shade C3. This is the kind of shade that I like to use for covering my blemishes and any problem areas that just need a little extra coverage. But if you're looking for a really light foundation, the L'Oreal Pro Glow, Infallible Pro Glow is by far my favorite that I've used. You can find it's at the drugstore. Most of the makeup products that I use, it's drugstore, very affordable. And then the BB cream is the e.l.f. BB cream is probably one of my favorite BB creams that I have actually used. It's very light on the skin. It's not necessarily doesn't necessarily give me coverage, but it does even out my skin tone when I do apply it. And so when I do use just the BB cream, when I'm really not feeling putting a full face of makeup on, I will just spot conceal, which is one of my favorite things to do. And again, I will have everything linked in the description box. I will have all the products listed down below. So now we are going to highlight under our eyes, and we are going to be using the same concealer that I used for my eyelids, which is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C1. Yeah, C1. I really like this concealer. Before these concealers, I was using, to conceal my blemishes, I was using the Maybelline Fit Me that I really, really liked. And then for my eyelids and my under eyes, I was using the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. Those two are like my go-to holy grail from the drugstore so far, but I really, really, really like these concealers, and they're not expensive at all. The only problem that I have with these concealers is I do crease a little bit more towards the inner part of my under eye. No matter how much powder that I set, I still end up creasing a little bit. That's the only downfall that I've had with this concealer. Other than that, I do really enjoy it. So again, I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline translucent powder with the same brush that I used to set my eyelids, and I'm just going to set my under eye. And I'm going to be just taking a big fluffy brush and just applying this all over my face. Now that I am all powdered, we are going to move into probably my favorite part, because I feel like this part gives my skin life and I look like I'm not just this pale person, is bronzing. And I use the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It in medium. I go back and forth between this one and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really love both of these, and you can't go wrong with either one. I don't contour, I just kind of put it all over my face. Put a little bit down my neck, and then I just do the tiniest bit on my nose. So for blush, we are going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Mulled Wine. Before this one, I was using a blush by Pixie, but my son destroyed it, shattered into a million pieces, and I don't have the patience to try and fix it. So I just picked up another one I tried to pick one that was the closest shade that I could really find, but for the most part, I do like this blush. It's very pigmented though, like super, super pigmented, but I really like it. And after I apply it, I will just take my powder brush and just go over it just to blend it out some more. So next I'm going to be highlighting. So I don't know if this palette is even still available. I will definitely do some research, and if it is, I will link it down below. This is my everyday eyeshadow palette, highlighting palette. I absolutely love this. This is the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition. It has eyeshadows and highlighters, and I use this highlighter every single day. But another good highlighter that I recently picked up and I do really like is the e.l.f. highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. It's very, very affordable. But again, if I can find this, I will definitely link it down below. But I'm going to be using this highlighter. This is like my favorite highlighter that I've ever used. Revolution has great highlighters as well. My first highlighter I actually got from them, and I really like it a lot. And they're inexpensive. I think their highlighters are like $5, $4 for something. I really like it a lot. So I just put it in my high points, above my Cupid's bow, brim of my nose. Sometimes I will put it above my eyebrows, but I ain't feeling that today. And speaking of eyebrows, that's what we're going to do next. And I'm just taking my e.l.f. brow pencil. I don't even know what color I got, but I love e.l.f. I just, you know, I'm pretty sure my first, some of my first makeup products were from e.l.f. I never, like in high school, I really didn't have a big old makeup routine like I do now. Like I put on BB cream or just like powder and called it good, and like mascara. But like I didn't wear a ton of makeup. I never filled in my brows. I didn't even know what that was in high school. So like my first brow product that I got when I like went to college is I got a brow product from Elf. And I just love them. I love their brushes. Their makeup brushes are awesome. I love their eyeshadow makeup brushes. They're by far my favorite. And they're just super inexpensive. They have great eyeshadows as well. One of my next videos that I want to do is I want to do a full face of Elf product. Before I put on my lipstick, I'm actually going to set my face with the Ulta Beauty Dewy Makeup Setting Spray. I believe they have a bigger size of this. This is just the travel size that I picked up like at their travel displays. I really, really like this one. I've used a couple different setting sprays, and so far this one takes the cake. Like this one's by far my favorite one I've used. It smells really good, feels good on my skin. I just really like it. So for lips, we are going to be using the Milani Amour Matte Lip Cream. I have like 3 colors of this type of lipstick, and I really, really like them. They're very, very like pigmented as far as color goes. And a little goes a long way. I'm just gonna say that right now. But this is the color Fling. It's very, very pretty. I'm just going to apply this to my lips. See? Very, like, very bright. And this is one of my, like, favorite bright shades. After I apply my lipsticks, you can totally take like a paper towel, a tissue, whatever you want to use. I just use my finger, and I just go like that, and it gets off any of the lipstick that might get on my teeth. So some people don't want to do that, and that's totally fine. That's just what I've done ever since I started wearing lipstick. So well, this is the full face of makeup that I use. I hope you guys liked it. I really like this eyeshadow palette. This is probably one of my favorites that I've used. I think this is a good one just to start out with. It's got great transition shades, everyday colors. There's some fun colors, some fun shimmery eyeshadows. I really like it. And it looks really good on the eyelids. So again, I will link every product down below. This video is going up Saturday. You'll be watching this on a Saturday. But I'm going to be filming how to curl my hair with a bubble wand after this video. And that video will probably be uploaded next Wednesday. My goal is to have videos up every single Wednesday and Saturday, if not at least every Saturday. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any video recommendations or requests, comment down below. You can DM me on Instagram and ask there as well. I will have my Instagram handles down below, as well as everything linked that I mentioned today. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and stay tuned for the next video to see how I curl my hair with a bubble wand. Bye guys.